Manifestation. Destination.
Hello, hello.
Hello, how's everyone doing?
How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Manifestation.
Destination.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Manifestation Destination Pod. And yes, again, guys, we are still overwhelmed with your voicemails, and we
Yes,
are
thank you so much.
super thankful for the
Yes,
ones that have
grateful.
come in on top of the ones that were already there.
Man, I'm
I mean,
always
it's
getting notifications constantly. You guys are
we
wonderful.
really are throughout the day, so that's
Yes.
super awesome, and we're happy to hear from you guys. So thank
Yeah.
you. And if you want to leave us a phone call or leave us a voicemail, rather,
Yes.
the phone number is 305-985-3378, and you already know it's at the bottom of the screen, and it's gone. All right, welcome to the show.
Yes. How have you been?
I've been good.
Yeah.
Just living life, trying to figure things out.
Same.
Accepting some changes,
Same.
trying to anyways.
Yeah. Going like this.
A lot of this.
A lot of this. Same. I just think I crawled out of something nasty too. But
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm working on crawling out of something nasty.
No,
Um,
yeah, I'm talking about feeling wise.
No, yeah, my feelings, yes, my emotions.
Okay,
A lot of, honestly, just like a lot of crying and
Yeah.
and silly things. Not silly things. They're
I think
totally
a lot of us are
normal,
doing that too right
natural,
now.
and
I wonder if that has anything to do with that new one that we were talking about, though.
you think so?
Cleansing and letting it all go because the new is coming.
That's
you know?
probably, yeah.
Because I've been
Yeah.
for 4 days. I've been depressed.
Yeah, there's heightened emotion that we talked about
Yeah.
before, and I'm feeling it
Yeah.
at this
And
point.
other people that we know is actually going through that too. And it's like today, out of all my days that I've had,
Mhm.
today I actually feel really good. And I don't know if it's because we went on a walk that God could definitely bring up.
Yes.
But I don't know. Other people are feeling opposite.
Mhm.
So it's
Yeah,
like, damn,
I
we've
have,
all been aligned.
I think it has to do with what stages we are in our transformations. What stages
Yeah.
are we in our changes? Are we, like me, still staring at them?
Yeah.
Am I because I still feel like step one is like identifying the change or whatever, and two is like I'm having problem with two, which is where the action starts coming in. Where do I let go?
Yeah.
To
I
make
see.
those changes type
Yeah.
thing. But for other people that are not stuck on step two, like myself,
hmm
I think that that's why some people are handling it differently, because we're all in different stages
Maybe.
of these changes, or we handle things differently just in general.
Maybe. Or it's just, do we just need each other's support so we're always kind of like leaning on each other? If my soul today isn't vibrating, then that soul is trying to vibrate me higher because we're connecting. And
Yeah.
you try to vibrate me, I try to, like,
I
Kinda-
agree, yeah.
kind of like give each other that strength, that push, that,
Yeah, I think the more people I share my trials with,
Mhm.
I think the more kindness I feel towards myself in the changes and openness, I
Yeah.
guess. You
Yeah.
said, it is a vibration of more than just your energy.
Yeah.
I think that helps.
I think so too.
Anyways, I was just sharing that because that's
I don't know. It doesn't
something
matter.
that resonates with me with what you were
Right.
saying.
I love it. I love it a lot. A lot. We
So,
went on
yeah.
a nature walk.
We did go on a nature walk this morning. Whip Sledges here in southern Ohio. If
Yeah.
anyone's here.
Beautiful place, guys.
Yeah. If you haven't been there,
Wow.
check it out, guys.
Yeah, it felt like I was like, I don't know, in some sort of a movie.
Yeah.
And, I really did. I thought I was in the caves.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought some bad stuff was about to happen. Like I thought I was like in the hills.
So there's a lot of like runoff rock formations there.
And I'm scared of heights, so that,
Yeah, there were some definite high points.
But we challenged it.
We did challenge ourselves a little bit to face that really irrational fear.
And then we got lost for a little bit.
We got lost for a little bit in the woods, just for a second,
For
yeah.
a second, yeah.
I
But it was
lost
fun.
some things in the woods as well, which
Yes.
is annoying.
The
but
woods
I'm
did.
thankful.
The woods did. You know, it captured us for a hot second. It took our
Mhm.
stuff. It took our belongings. You know, but it also gave us stuff too. So when we left kind of in peace.
Yeah, I was a little frustrated.
Yeah. He got his workout
but
in for sure, though.
I definitely got my workout
right?
for sure.
Because- yes.
And yeah, you're right. Like, for one, I walked out with my car key
Yeah.
and my wallet, which I don't know why I had it in my pocket in the first place.
Yeah, you did.
I did.
Noticed that.
My
okay.
wallet was in my pocket, so I'm glad that I walked out with
Like
those
they had
two things.
vendors inside the forest.
Right. Right. Yes, I was
Yeah.
frustrated, but I was still glad that we got to just get out with nature.
Yeah,
kinda
it was
like
beautiful.
hike and
It
walk
really
through
was.
and
Yeah,
just-
the scenery was great.
Mhm.
Just everything, the way the layout was, it's wonderful. The high cliffs, you know, scared and all, it was gorgeous.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot. The drive up there was gorgeous. You know, seeing the houses, the ranch, the farms, it was just beautiful. Everything gorgeous.
Yes, and great moments for manifestations
Yeah,
because
yeah.
Olivia obviously does the same thing, but I've always drove past houses that I liked and I manifest with affirmations.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
I
I
want
picked out a
this or this
couple
is
good
mine
ones.
type thing.
yeah. I picked out a couple good ones. I have them in my jar.
She does, and I have some photos. If I'm able to snap a photo of a house or something that I like, or even a car, I do snap the photos. And once I get my own place, I plan to
Make your little.
make a vision board with those photos printed out on there of the homes and the cars that
That's
I want.
wonderful.
and things.
I like that.
So yeah, makeshift vision board in my photo gallery right now.
Yeah. But every time you look at it, it makes you feel good.
Mhm.
And that's what a lot of people do. A lot of people go to Twitter, they go to YouTube, they go
Yeah.
to wherever, Instagram, and that's what they do. They look at their cars, this is what I want this, I want that. So that's exactly what we do. It's
Yeah.
we manifest it by visualizing it, wanting it, you know. And as long as you're constantly thinking that way, feeling that way, then you know, universe just provides it to you.
Yeah, and with coping mechanisms, I had used YouTube as a coping mechanism
Yeah.
in a dark place many years ago, and I hadn't realized that may have been the universe leading me in the direction of a career path that I hadn't realized
Yeah.
I wanted. You know,
Yeah. That's could be
I
it.
put all this time into watching these videos, and like I said, it was to keep me busy, but then it turned into almost like research. I realized that I was watching people do something that I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And that's my continued inspiration, is what we were talking about,
Mhm.
is how you know, people make vision boards to remain inspired. They go to their Instagrams, they go to their YouTubes. So when I went to my
Yeah, that
YouTube,
one hitter, boy.
that was my inspiration.
I'm sorry. Just go ahead, keep going.
That was my inspiration for my inspiration and my motivation.
Yeah.
So there are times where I will go back to YouTube and try to, if I'm in a dark place, you know,
Yeah.
figure that out. Which, really quick, I know I've already been talking for 5 minutes.
Nah, go, keep going.
But
Uh-huh.
one of the big things that has been helping me recently with maintaining my aspirations and my goals is to realize that if you are in a place where you're doubting yourself, there's no point in even entertaining the idea at that moment, right?
Correct.
So I shut it off. I don't even think about my future. If anything negative is coming into my head that I can't do it, we just stop thinking about that idea altogether and walk away, right?
Correct, yes.
So I just wanted to
Very
share that
true.
with you guys because
Yeah.
it's been very helpful for me in
It does, though.
trying to
Yeah.
maintain a positive attitude, especially when, you know, things that I want to do is hard. It's a lot
Yeah.
of work.
A lot, yeah.
So,
Very right.
yeah.
I'm 100% I agree with that.
Bam. So what kind of things do you do for your inspirations?
Whew. Shoot.
Do you have Instagrams that you go to, or do
I
you have
do.
music or books
Mm.
or?
I do actually, you know, I write a lot. So I go to the forest, I go to the metro parks, and so like I do like, I don't know, my own research is on Instagram and on Pinterest.
Mhm.
I have a lot of Pinterest stuff. I have a lot of little albums for different things, you know.
Yes.
And then I just write them out though. See, that's the difference. I like to write my stuff out. So I like know what I want, but then I gotta write a story about it. You know?
Ah.
I gotta write an invention about it. I gotta thank the universe for something, you know? And, you know, it might not happen like right away, but, you know, lately I've been like, dang, you know, I've been seeing more signs, more like, I can actually like catch them now. Because before I'm like, what are you trying to tell me? You know, I didn't understand. yeah, it kind of makes sense. I'm like, oh, okay, you know. And it's all about being like silent, you know, for a little bit.
Yes.
Silent. So
Yes.
because you can't, we're moving around too much, you know. That's why Spirit always tells you to relax and rest. So they can contact you. And so they can give you downloads.
Yes.
And so they can upgrade you.
Mhm.
It's all about upgrade.
Mhm.
It's all about changing, you know.
Silence and going with the flow, right? That
Yeah.
allows you to.
Change
To
and
do what you
progress,
need to do,
you
yes.
know. Yeah.
And,
And the more you change, the more better you are,
Mhm.
right? And the more
There's
enlightened
a
you
lot
feel.
of good things coming with change.
Yeah.
But that's like the topic of our episode, right?
It sure is.
Is embracing the changes, and I think you will see a big
Sure is.
correlation with these past few episodes.
Yeah.
So if this is your first episode you're hearing, definitely go back and listen to the last few about
Yeah.
the philosophy of flow and
Letting go of control, you know.
letting go of control,
Embracing
yeah.
your inner self.
Yes. A lot
Finding
of
your
these
inner,
things.
your inner peace.
Mhm.
You know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's very important.
I agree. So I think that's as we've said before, kind of as this podcast evolves.
Yes.
We talked about our manifestation destination and how we got the initial name and the idea for it, and I think
Yeah.
it's evolving into this is again our manifestation destination. It's just kind
It
of
is.
our evolution, our
Mhm.
changes, our transformations, and going with
Yeah.
the flow and that kind of thing.
Me and Kyle learn as we go.
We do.
Right now.
Absolutely.
I mean, we really do. Because we want the change and we want to see better. We
Mhm.
want to do better. And then we want to help others do better. Because, like, why not share all the good and abundance that there is to be getting from the universe? Like, the universe is like our trust fund.
Yes. I
Whether it's a
agree.
car, whether it's peace, whether it's
Mhm.
joy, it's our trust fund, right? For everything. So
Yeah.
ask, and I think it says it, you know, and you shall receive.
Yeah, and remember not to ask too many questions. Sometimes I do that, and
Yeah.
like she said, the silence is key. Is like, yeah, you gotta stop and listen because
Yes.
you're not gonna get any answers if you're still asking questions.
Definitely,
Right.
yes, very, very true. And don't be so eager, you know.
And I have that problem because I
Don't
am
be
eager.
don't be so eager to talk about
Mhm,
it.
mhm,
You know,
mhm.
let's minimize.
Yeah.
What we say to everyone. You know, sometimes what we feel and what we want and what maybe we know is best for us, sometimes others may not know, only because they're, like I said earlier, they're on a different frequency than we are.
Mhm.
So they see different and we see different, but we know because it's our soul speaking to us. So if our intuition is saying do this, then we have to follow it because it's leading us. And I'm gonna tell you one thing though, we don't follow that intuition, we're gonna be forced down that road anyway because it's infinite. It has to happen. It's a line. It just must. So it's either you do it and you follow it, or they're gonna push you to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Least resistance or
Yeah, least resistance. Don't be least resistant because I'm gonna tell you like this. If you don't do it on your own, when it's time for them to make you do it, you're not gonna like the outcome because they make you do it in a rough way. Because like you don't make me do this. Like really, I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. You know, do it yourself. Go listen to everyone around you. Yes, take advice and you know what I'm saying. Obviously, you know, but sometimes on our journey, it always says everywhere you have to let people go on our journey, no matter who they are, because we don't know where we're being led until we get there. But it's always a good place that we're going.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But we like to think that we know where we're going because it's our plan, right?
Yeah.
It's our dream, it's our aspiration,
Yeah.
it's what we want.
Yes.
So we know exactly where we're going and how we're going to get there and blah blah blah. And when something doesn't go according to plan,
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
it's like what the fuck,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then you start asking all these questions and you're not listening, and there's a reason that all this,
Yeah.
these things
Then
are
you start
happening.
becoming doubtful.
Yes.
Then you start feeling like you're at the end of everything and you're about to like fall because there's nothing else when there really is. But anxiety is holding you back.
Mhm. Comfort.
And
too.
comfort.
Comfort. Yeah.
Your ego's holding you back.
I was gonna say I was
Yeah.
watching a video on the way here, and that's what it was talking
about
Big
comfort.
is like, how obviously we're creatures of habit. I think I've said that before.
Well, we
Humans.
want comfort. We just don't want. We just don't want like. I don't know how to explain it because like we want freedom, you know. We want to desire. We want comfort, you know.
Right,
Meaning
right.
we don't want to be attached to this society, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Enlighten
Yeah.
people.
And-
I
yeah.
feel like people that are on a more spiritual journey, other than like worldly stuff, like
Yes.
job, house,
Yes.
type thing.
Correct.
Yeah, because the video I was watching was saying that the woman had asked a question like, why am I so afraid of change now, but when I was a kid, I was ready to explore. I was ready to see everything and do everything. And the
you suck. You talked about kids when we were kids at the park. I mean, well, never mind. Go ahead.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so
crazy.
that's
You
the
didn't even tell me
correlation.
that. Okay, go ahead.
So he was like, well, when you're a kid,
Mm-hmm.
he said it's exactly that. You're ready to explore. You're ready to find new experiences and figure things out. But as an adult,
Mm-hmm.
you're looking for comfort. You want to explore, but you're looking for comfort. And as you get older, you create these little nooks in every aspect of your life of where your comfort zone is in all of these spaces, right?
I see that, yeah.
And then that doesn't allow you to break free of that, right?
Yeah.
And
you say
so those are the things that hold you back because you're like, that's outside of my comfort zone that I've created that doesn't really exist.
Exactly.
So I'm not going to go that route, right?
That
so
is
then
true.
when we're trying to attain our goals, like for me personally, I know that change is going to be uncomfortable. I know that things are going to be hard, and I want them to be. I think they need to be. We've talked about hitting rock bottom.
Yep. Yes.
But I also get stuck in the fear of change. You know, that's my biggest thing. That's when I'm talking about the step 2 and not taking action.
Yeah.
It all boils down to this fear of change and this comfort within my discomfort, right? Because we find it, right?
Yeah.
Even if we're uncomfortable, we'll find a place to be comfortable
Yes, we will.
and manage. And then
We
you don't make
will.
any moves because you know that little bit of comfort you have here, now you got
Mm-hmm.
none on the other side, but what we don't know is what's there, right?
Exactly. Yeah, we don't know because we're not taking that leap.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what we're doing is getting comfortable, like Kyle said. We're comfortable by accepting, like, what if, like, staying back at one of your family members' homes,
Mm-hmm.
or like maybe at a friend's house.
Going
That's
to an old
comfort.
job.
Going back to your old job.
Going back to an
that's
old
comfort.
boyfriend.
Yeah, that's
These are comforts.
yeah, that's
for
comfort.
Sure.
Yeah, exactly. You guys want something better, so, and it does feel scary, but how scary can you really be? Like the situation now, I mean, look at it. So why not try to see what is on the other side of that cave, right? You remember how you were exploring today? How you just wanted to see what was on the other side?
But see, the thing there was I could come back, right?
You
we
can
can
always come back
after we
here.
explore.
You can come back.
So when you leave certain situations, you can't,
Right.
right? So when you leave a job, maybe some jobs don't let you come back, or when you leave a certain friend, maybe.
But you don't have to go
decide
to
you
the
don't want
same
them
job,
back.
you go the same field. You don't have the same company, but the same field. If you
Right.
feel like that's the job, that you wanted,
Mm-hmm.
you can try it that way. I mean, you don't always want to go back anyway. You always want to move forward.
Right.
Expand your
And
ability.
See,
Yeah.
that's where your clarity comes in for me. Is like,
Yeah.
but your goal is not to go back.
No.
You took the first leap. You took the leap in the first place because
Yeah.
you wanted change.
Yes.
So why do you want the option of going back?
Exactly.
And that's what I can't comprehend myself. is
Why
why do
though?
I still
Yeah.
want that option to
For
go
what?
back? you know?
Exactly. When there's so much different, you have so many avenues to explore, but yet you're choosing the same old avenue. Like, let's just put a block. Let's just put a do not enter, like they did at the forest.
Like they hit the forest, right?
We're gonna put a barricade up.
Yeah.
Yeah, put a barricade up on your comfort from the past and create different, new opportunities and new blessings and new people and new things.
Mm-hmm.
Why not? I love new things.
Which is funny because
Go
talking
ahead.
about embracing these things, you're
Yeah.
talking about the new moon, right?
Yes.
And that's right down the
Yes.
alley. What you
That's
just said,
very
new
true.
connections, right?
Yeah.
That's what this moon is all about, starting
That
new
is definitely-
connections.
That
and
is. Especially right now, what is it, on the 27th?
The 27th, guys,
Yeah,
of
the
August.
27th. New moon, new intentions, new manifestations, new everything. So if you feel called to do something internally, just if you're in a place to where you can do something for yourself and it feels good, do it, because the outcome is gonna be you're gonna be so grateful. It's gonna be so good.
Yeah.
You're gonna be so happy.
Yeah. It's on my side. It was talking about like new collaborative
Yeah.
efforts,
Yeah.
creating new. It's creativity again, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Even if if you feel like you're at home and you're like, I feel called to do something. Do it. Stitching, drawing, painting, you know? Be that creator because it's in you.
Yeah.
Write a song. YouTube something that you feel like you want to do. Wire, you know, do the crystal wire wrap. Learn that. Like, people are, you know, do some creative content on TikTok. Learn how to do stuff like that, you know?
I agree. I think a outlet of creativity is super important. I think it
Yeah.
opens up another part of your brain
Yeah.
that allows you to think outside the box. Although I fear outside the box. I can think outside the box.
Yeah, you can.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Kyle does it when, you know, he gets that push, like, nudge.
So, yeah, the new moon is really about thinking outside of that box. It's
Yes.
about being creative.
Yes.
It's about
Taking action
as per usual and setting your intentions. And we are coming up on the fall equinox, right?
Yeah. Embrace your changes. I'm just saying because the new moon is basically about that too.
It is.
Embrace your change. Embrace yourself.
Mhm.
Go deep. You know, ask your spirit guides. Sit there with yourself for a minute. You know, people really say like, you know, like meditating, talking. I don't know if I said this before, but it's like they think that you have to like stop your mind from talking, but it's really not. It's just observing yourself.
It is.
To see.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like observe and see, you know, and ask your spirit guides. You'll shuffle through those and you'll know, trust me, intuitively, you'll know yourself. You know what the answer would be. So, and then follow that.
It's funny that you say manifestations because towards the end of that video they said that's a nice, or not a nice, but it's a way to obviously embrace your changes is
Yeah.
to do some meditation.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Sit with
yeah.
yourself, and they said it's very useful to do at the end of the night, which I know we've talked about like trying to do, but they said like every night, taking a few minutes
do like
to
a
really
12-day challenge or something.
Yeah,
Challenge
yeah,
yourself, yeah.
and
Mhm.
really meditate at the end of the night and sit with
Yeah.
yourself and
Yeah, it helps.
and do all that is extremely helpful mentally and spiritually.
Yeah, because that's when your body, your avatar body is at rest.
That rest, ready
Your
to astral
ego,
project.
there you go, yeah. And everything else starts happening for you, you know, for your soul and for your opportunities, you know. You know what? Your body at night could get more creative. Your mind could get more creative. It could start bringing you back more downloads. So when you wake up fresh in the morning, you're like, okay, great. I'm going to go buy me some paint. I'm going to buy me a board. I'm going to draw this person. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. You know?
Yeah.
So you never know, you know. But embracing change is the best thing to do. Especially, you know, fall is about to come up on us. Leaves are changing. You know, they're about to embrace their nakedness.
Yeah, I mean, as with any season, we're transforming, right? We're changing.
Yep.
And with this being like the fourth quarter, we're going into of the year, and
pretty much.
And again, the season changing. It's the closeout, right? This is the things that we have been manifesting throughout the year. What's our closeouts on those?
Exactly.
And that doesn't mean that by the end of the year these things are to come
Right.
true.
Very true. Yes.
It's
The
what's
work.
what's the work? What's the progress? That's what I mean by the closeout. You know, and then. You know, we'll talk about it when we get to that part of the year, but, you know, at the end of the year, you start getting revamped for your new year, and...
Exactly, you know, every cycle that the planet goes through, every season, we are the same thing. We are seasons. We go through it too, you know. So I guess maybe the reason we were called to do something about changes is because we are all going through a change. Earth is going through a change. It's transforming. We're transforming. We're upgrading. We're becoming better. We're enlightening ourselves. You know, we're becoming the true, you know, person that we need to be.
Yeah, and I definitely, for my personal manifestations, there are certain aspects and certain things that I have been very vocal with the universe about.
Yeah.
That I do feel the changes happening. Again,
feel happy.
We have to be grateful, right? So
Yes.
we do have to stop and think sometimes about maybe the thing that we want right now isn't happening, but what else have we asked for maybe in the recent few months that has happened?
Small
to
stuff.
realize that, you know, everything is going to happen right away.
Yeah.
It's going to happen with time. And no, this does not always happen to you is the big thing, right? Because a lot of people, especially me, you heard me say it earlier, why does this always happen to me?
Exactly.
Why does it keep happening to me?
And it's because you make it happen to yourself, you know. Instead, take a second, be like, everything's fine. Nothing went wrong. Everything is still going my way. Everything is on time. Everything is flowing on time. Everything's okay. Everything was okay that day. Everything this morning. But we got steps. So we're stepping. We're doing stepping stones. Just like the rocks we saw today, we were like stepping stones.
Yeah.
And that's what it takes.
I really needed to, luckily I think I let it go quick enough.
He did. He did.
But focusing on, again, letting things go, because I think when I dwell on the why, or the frustration,
Yeah.
it takes up so much of my time, so much of my day, and so much of like,
It does. It puts a burden on you.
yeah,
Grocery store. Yeah.
yeah.
It puts a burden on your soul. It puts a burden on you. It makes you tired. It makes you weary. It doesn't make you motivated. You know, you're like kind of like putting a dark cloud over yourself.
Yeah, and by learning to let things go, I mean, that's my big thing. First off, really my big thing is to not put any energy into it in the first place.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
I have been working on that big time.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say that I notice that some of my manifestations are happening, or some of the things that I'm promising myself are coming to fruition, is just like when it comes to something as simple as that. When something dumb that would piss me off, and I feel like I could get pissed off about it, I decide to go the other way and laugh at it. Or, you know what I mean, find something else to be grateful about. Or just kind of like blank out my mind if I have to for a second so I don't think about it.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, it's an unnecessary frustration and it's slowing me down and moving me backwards.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that is true.
And by not giving those frustrations the energy that they want, and ultimately misaligning yourself is really what happens. Is I feel like when I allow those things to happen, at the 10 steps forward, I feel completely out of alignment.
Yeah.
Because those are the things that I'm really trying to work on. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
That
And
is true, though.
when you fuck those up, then you feel all out of whack.
Yeah.
And then it fucks up the rest of your day.
That is true, though. Yeah, if your sacral chakras, you know, not aligned, sometimes your throat chakra. Sometimes I wake up and yeah, you're right. If you don't ground yourself the first thing in the morning, you know, that's it. Your energy is different. Everything throughout the whole
It
day.
is,
Yeah,
yeah,
I can see that in people. I've seen that in myself, and I mean, I just went through a 4-day cycle of
A 4-day
depression.
bender.
Yeah.
Of depression.
Yeah, depression, bender, crying, whatever you guys want to call it. I don't even know what my problem. I mean, I guess maybe I know what my problem. I don't know. Who knows? We all know. It's inner work that we have to do.
Right.
All I know is that I did it, and I know that I feel better because I'm not going to allow my energy to get sucked down that path. You know, I know better.
Right.
Yeah. So like I know now.
Yeah.
So I feel good.
So is that some of your manifestations coming true?
That is true. Yeah.
Some of your personal like
Yeah.
growth manifestations.
Yeah, because I actually really do feel comfortable. Now I get it, you know, like I learned about what control meant, you know, I understand control, you know, I do, I get it.
Yeah.
I understand how to allow someone else to, you know, be them and do them, you know, because it's obviously everyone has their own path, you know, so we have to allow things to flow.
We do.
We cannot be in control of anything because it already is in control of itself, right?
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, I mean,
it's already written. So
it's the go with the flow thing. It's
why
embracing the
build all
changes.
this? Yeah, why build all this negative energy, anger, and frustration, like I was saying, you know, and feeding it more and more, letting it build up more and more when we know that we can change any of it.
There's nothing that we can change about it, and that's
Be one.
that's where I was saying before, like
Yeah.
go back and listen to these other episodes because they kind of all come together as one, and they're
Yeah.
all very similar. So,
Yeah, but it's
but
good.
the whole point is, yes, we're trying to work on these changes, and
Yeah.
embracing the flow,
Very
right?
true, yeah. Because
And-
none of us want to wake up and, you know, have to feel like we have nowhere. You know, like people wake up and they feel like they have nothing. They have there's no destination. There's nowhere. But there really is. And there's ways to do it. And there's ways to cope with what goes on in your mind. There's ways to learn about your inner self. So that's what me and Kyle's been trying to tell everyone, you know. Quit allowing yourself to grab everybody's negativity around you, you know. Sometimes it's okay to be alone. Sometimes it's okay to walk in silence. Sometimes it's okay to hit rock bottom. Don't be scared. The universe tells you, God, whatever, source, and they tell you, we will never put you in a place where you cannot handle. So even if it's rock bottom and you feel like you can't handle it, why? What makes you think you can't handle it? They got you.
That's
Don't worry.
That's my biggest reminder too, definitely, when I'm going through those frustrations. And sometimes what helps me divert my attention to a more positive side is I remember that, like any challenge that we've ever gone through in life, there's always been a solution. We're not still there, right?
Yes.
I mean, whatever we've gone through,
yeah.
we're not still there. We got past it. We figured it out.
Yeah.
So
And look at
sometimes
where
you
we're
just
at
gotta
now.
be
Yeah.
confident in yourself and say, you know what, whatever I'm feeling right now, I'm gonna figure it out, and that helps you move past
Yeah.
it.
Like the cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the cars.
Yeah. And look at it. And we're a better place.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes, we are.
No matter what. I just hope everybody like takes a step back. You know, just sit and just look at where you've been at 2 years ago, a year ago, 3 years ago. You know, just think about that. Think about the location. Think about the frustration. Think about how you feel currently. Think about what you let go, what you allowed in. You know, see what universe has done for you, and you're gonna be like, oh yeah, she's right. Kyle's right. We do have things. There is stuff, but I'm not allowing the big stuff to come in because I was blocking myself.
Yep.
I was
These are
allowing
the
myself to be
blockages,
petty. I was allowing myself to not have faith and not be grateful for what I had. I was trying to control everything.
Yeah.
God,
and,
Jesus Christ, we were trying to control everything.
and
So
a lot of times that leads you to like no motivation.
Yeah.
Like you're not going to get the work done because you've put yourself down on the topic. right?
exactly, yeah.
Like
Now you're like,
stagnant.
oh no, now you're like, you lost faith. No, nothing's ever gonna work.
Yeah.
Nothing's ever gonna happen. I live in some sort of, but it's not. It's
Right.
just you putting that into your own self.
Yeah.
Blocking yourself, downgrading yourself, having no faith in yourself. You know, when you are everything. And everything is you. And if you just stop and look and be grateful for it all.
Yeah.
That's
I
it.
100%
I feel
agree.
so good right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that was really just what we wanted to talk about and
Yeah.
share with you guys is just embracing the change and sharing with you. Because for me, again, as I said, this is like therapy session, so I get to
Mine too.
spread and she gets to spread her frustrations and whatnot and talk some shit out amongst ourselves
Mhm.
and share with you guys. And I'm sure some of you are on the same paths. A lot of you are on similar paths. We all have frustrations
Yeah,
and whatnot.
Spirit says, whatever comes to us, speak it. No matter what. Because it's always going to land on the right person. No matter what. It doesn't matter who comes across it. Whoever skips it, skip it. But whoever it's meant to be, they're going to listen to it.
Yes,
Because
yeah.
somebody needs it. Because they have to understand it.
Mhm.
And we're like on their level.
Yeah.
So.
That's our ultimate goal: share messages, share what we're
Yeah,
feeling,
and then watch
it
as
helps
you
them.
guys see us grow and progress and stuff. You're gonna be like, oh yeah, because we do stuff more. You know, like
Mhm.
everything happens.
Yeah.
I have faith that more and more is gonna come.
Oh, I know more.
I'm a
stuff.
goddess, so
It's all on its way.
yes, I'm a
it
true goddess.
is.
So that's what I gotta tell anyone out there.
Bam.
Yeah, period.
All right. Well, I think that's it for this week.
Yeah.
Right?
Love
Anything
you guys.
else?
No,
That's it.
no, we got shit to do.
Right.
Yes, we really do.
Well, on that note, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Manifestation Destination Pod.
Yes.
Our link tree is in the bio or in the description of every episode. So if you
Yep.
want to get a hold of us, all of our contact information is in there. Check out my eBay store, which is also in there. Bam. And ring ring hello. Don't forget to give us a phone call at this number right here. That is 305-985-3378. We are overwhelmed with your voicemails, but we are so
Yes.
grateful for them. So
Thank
just keep
you.
them coming, and we will keep listening.
Yes, definitely. Yes, 100%. I hope you guys all have a very, very wonderful new moon and new manifestations.
Yes.
All of the love and joy that we're spreading to you guys. So have a beautiful weekend. Send you guys nothing but love and light.
And positive vibes. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Manifestation.